From supernatural stories to cultural legends, every UNESCO World Heritage Site has a tale to tell. There are over 1,100 protected sites spread over 167 countries worldwide, so there's enough for you to discover. In this video, we'll show you the most beautiful sites for you to see and visit. Here are the 30 must-see UNESCO World Heritage Sites to check off your bucket list. Starting at number 30, Ksar of Ait-Ben-Haddou, Morocco. Time stands still in this Moroccan earthen village. The old techniques of making buildings from mud have been entirely preserved on this UNESCO site, showcasing an excellent example of original Moroccan architecture. The color of the reddish mud against the backdrop of the desert and the sunset is a remarkable sight. The Ksar of Ait-Ben-Haddou, located in southern Morocco near the edge of the Atlas Mountains, is one of the most extraordinary and visually striking UNESCO World Heritage Sites in North Africa. It was inscribed in 1987 for its outstanding example of traditional earthen architecture and pre-Saharan culture. Ait-Ben-Haddou has been featured in numerous films and shows like Gladiator, The Mummy, Game of Thrones, and Lawrence of Arabia. Its cinematic beauty has made it a favorite for filmmakers from around the world. Number 29. Borobudur, Indonesia. Borobudur is one of the most important Buddhist sites in the world, and certainly one of Indonesia's most famous landmarks. Set in a lush tropical setting, with mountains and volcanoes rising in the distance, the site is visually stunning and soothingly peaceful. Located on the island of Java, near Yogyakarta, this massive temple complex was constructed in the 700s, but 200 to 300 years later, the site was abandoned, possibly due to volcanic eruptions in the area, and went relatively undisturbed for centuries. The site was uncovered in the 1800s by the British and later restored. Today, it is one of the most important tourist attractions in Indonesia. Adventure Travel, your window to the beauty of the world. Don't forget to subscribe for more amazing videos. We're glad you're here. Now back to our stunning 25 best UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Number 28. Mostar, Bosnia and Herzegovina. Mostar, located in Bosnia and Herzegovina, is a stunning blend of east and west, and its old bridge area was dedicated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2005. It's a place where history, architecture, and culture collide, beautifully and sometimes painfully. Built in 1566 by the Ottomans, the Starry Most is one of the finest examples of Islamic architecture in the Balkans. The single-arch limestone bridge gracefully connects the two sides of the Neretva River and stood for over 400 years before being tragically destroyed during the Bosnian War in 1993. Number 27. Mont-Saint-Michel. Mont-Saint-Michel is one of the most iconic and breathtaking UNESCO World Heritage Sites in France, and in the world. Inscribed in 1979, it's not just a beautiful island commune, but also a masterpiece of medieval architecture and spiritual history. Mont-Saint-Michel is perched on a rocky island in Normandy, where the tides can rise and fall up to 14 meters or 46 feet. During high tide, it becomes an island. During low tide, you can walk across the sand. This makes it both a natural fortress and a symbol of divine isolation. UNESCO praises Mont-Saint-Michel for the way its architecture rises harmoniously from the rock, blending into the dramatic coastal landscape. It's a perfect example of human ingenuity working with, not against, nature. Number 26. Banff National Park, Canada. Banff National Park is one of Canada's greatest national treasures, attracting millions of visitors each year. Encompassing a portion of the Rocky Mountains, the park is home to beautiful turquoise lakes, mirroring the snow-covered peaks, along with glaciers and forests. Since 1985, it has been included in UNESCO's list of protected natural and cultural monuments. The picturesque little town of Banff is the only township in the park and is the main hub of activity. The Icefields Parkway, which winds for 230 kilometers through the 3,000-meter-high mountains, connects Banff and Jasper National Park to the north. Number 25. Petra, Jordan. Step back in time when discovering the lost city of Petra. This archaic city emerges out of the rose-colored stone and has only been discovered in the last 200 years. The majority of this site is still buried, giving you the feeling you've discovered the world's best-kept secrets. Hidden in a valley surrounded by desert and mountains is an entire city carved out of the stone. The lost city of Petra is one of the 7 wonders of the world. It has been rediscovered only 200 years ago because it was buried due to the effects of an earthquake. Plan at least one entire day wandering around in Petra. The valley is over 6 kilometers long and offers 15 sites. Even more mind-blowing is the fact that 85% of Petra is still buried. Use this Petra Jordan travel guide to plan your time in Petra. Number 24. Acropolis of Athens, Greece. Towering over the city of Athens from its hilltop perch, the Acropolis stands as a proud monument to ancient Greece. Dating from between the 5th and 4th century BC and dominating the site, the Parthenon is the largest and most recognizable structure from this period and symbolizes the extensive history of this country. Just steps away from modern-day Athens, the Acropolis is a powerful sight, glistening in the Mediterranean sun during the day and lit for dramatic effect at night. For first-time visitors to the city, it is an awe-inspiring sight and sets the stage for travelers carrying on to other parts of Greece. Number 23. Chichen Itza, Mexico. In the flat jungle interior of Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula, within easy day-tripping distance of Cancun and the Mayan Riviera, is the ancient Mayan city of Chichen Itza. This great city of the Mayans was an important center from the 7th to the 13th centuries and was, for a time, the regional capital. Today, it's one of the most well-restored Mayan sites in Mexico, offering an astounding glimpse into this culture. It is also one of Mexico's biggest tourist attractions. The huge pyramid is the most recognizable symbol of Chichen Itza, but the site is very large, with many ruins to explore. Number 22. Dubrovnik, Croatia. Dubrovnik, often called the Pearl of the Adriatic, is a UNESCO World Heritage Site located on the southern coast of Croatia. It earned this prestigious title in 1979 thanks to its remarkable preservation of medieval architecture and historic urban fabric. Dubrovnik is most famous for its massive stone walls, which run nearly 2 kilometers around the old town. Built between the 12th and 17th centuries, these walls include towers, forts, and bastions, offering stunning views of the Adriatic Sea. Dubrovnik was an independent city-state for centuries, known as the Republic of Ragusa. It was a major trading hub that rivaled Venice, promoting diplomacy, arts, and science. The city was one of the first in the world to abolish slavery in 1416. Number 21. Easter Island, Chile. Easter Island is a Chilean island in the South Pacific Ocean, famous for the giant statues known as the Moais, which dot the landscape. Created by the Rapa Nui people, who are thought to have inhabited the island from the 12th century onwards, hundreds of Moais are spread across the island. Some are partially toppled, while others stand erect. Some stand on ahu, or stone platforms, and many still remain at the quarry where they were created. Ranging in size from a meter to 20 meters, each carving is unique and thought to symbolize an ancestor. Number 20. Barrier Reef, Australia. The World Heritage listed Great Barrier Reef is, quite simply, Australia's top tourism treasure. Stretching from the northern tip of Queensland south to the coastal town of Bundaberg, it's the planet's largest coral reef system and comprises one of its richest ecosystems. So vast is this complex of reefs, islands, coral cays, seagrass beds, and mangroves, it's the only living structure visible from space. Number 19. Redwood National Park, USA. It's a mind-bending experience to hike in a forest of the tallest trees on Earth. Wandering through this almost prehistoric landscape of towering giants, enormous tree trunks, ferns, and lush vegetation, you may feel like you've walked onto a movie set. And in fact, portions of the Lost World Jurassic Park were filmed in Redwood National and State Parks. It's also interesting to note that these modern-day giant redwoods, standing as high as 379 feet, are descendants of the same type of trees that dinosaurs walked among during the Jurassic period. This is fortunate since most of your time may well be spent looking skyward. When you are looking down, keep an eye out for brightly colored banana slugs and other interesting critters. Number 18. Bagan, Myanmar. Bagan might just be the real-life fairy tale. Float in a hot air balloon across temples rising out of the mist and the green. One of the most fairy tale-like places in the world is Bagan, Myanmar, or formerly known as Burma. If you like Angkor Wat in Cambodia or Cappadocia in Turkey, then you're definitely going to love Bagan. The area contains 2,200 plus small and big temples or pagodas and looks like an African country when biking around. Bagan earned UNESCO World Heritage status in July of 2019. Entrance fees for the Bagan area are 2,500 kyat or $18.50 per person. You buy one and can use this throughout your whole trip in Bagan. Number 17. Venice, Italy. A unique UNESCO location. This archipelago of islands provides the perfect location for this unique floating city. Venice is movie-style romance, with mist rolling off the water, charming strolls in the streets, and gondola rides. Venice, the city of waters, where cars cannot come, and all transport goes by boats and bridges. Venice is one of the world's most unique cities, and therefore an absolute must-see when visiting Italy. Passing each street corner makes you want to pull out your camera and capture it so you can easily plan a 3-day city trip with all the things you can do in Venice. Number 16. Yellowstone National Park, USA. World-famous Yellowstone, established in 1872, is the oldest national park in the United States and one of the most popular. This magnificent wilderness area sprawls across a basalt plateau in the northwest corner of Wyoming and spills into neighboring Idaho and Montana. It forms the heart of the greater Yellowstone ecosystem, one of the largest and best preserved temperate zone ecosystems on the planet. Yellowstone is a land of contrasts. Each season paints a dramatically different scene. From the lush greens and sparkling blues of spring and summer, when herds of bison and elk graze along the riverbanks, to fall's fiery reds, oranges, and golds, when grizzlies and black bears bulk up on berries, to the white wonderland of the freezing winter. Number 15. The Colosseum, Italy. One of the 7 wonders of the world and the world's largest ever amphitheater, this is a must-see to check off your UNESCO bucket list. Take a tour of this oval masterpiece to gain a greater understanding of its turbulent history. Truly mind-blowing. The Colosseum is the largest amphitheater ever built. This oval-shaped masterpiece survived earthquakes, fires, wars, which gave it the well-deserved title of one of the 7 wonders of the world. It is an absolute must when visiting Rome. The Colosseum is located in the center of Rome and is easily accessible by the fantastic subway. The doors open at 8:30 a.m., but it is recommended to be early and avoid the crowd, or buy a ticket in advance and skip the line. Number 14. The Rock Sites of Cappadocia, Turkey. It's not hard to pinch yourself when visiting the rock sites of Cappadocia, a place that could only be plucked from your dreams. Feel close to nature by staying inside a cave hotel, watching stars by night, and floating in a hot air balloon in the morning. A number 1 unforgettable experience. Cappadocia, Turkey, a wonder of the world that is truly a dream come to life. Discover moon-like landscapes, hotels inside caves, and hundreds of hot air balloons floating across the golden sky. Whether you're hiking between rock formations, riding on horseback at sunset, or lying down under a blanket of stars, every experience in Cappadocia is magical. This will be a bucket list trip of moments that leave a mark on your mind and heart forever. Number 13. The Great Wall, China. The snaking shape of the Great Wall of China can be seen from the moon. How crazy is that? Just one more important fact in the value of this UNESCO site. Built by hand, through painstaking effort over a span of nearly 1,000 years, the defensive wall has a total length of 20,000 kilometers. Number 12. Cinque Terre, Italy. Opposites attract in the dazzling villages of Cinque Terre. See the sweet-looking candy-colored houses as they pop out against the dramatic sheer coastline and the deep blue sea. The very nature of the landscape in Italy is what makes it so impressive that people were able to settle here, building their houses into the cliffs in order to successfully cultivate the land. The dramatic coastlines and picturesque villages of the Cinque Terre draw over 2.4 million visitors a year. Cinque Terre has 5 villages, from north to south: Monterosso, Vernazza, Cornelia, Manarola, and Rio Maggiore. Number 11. Yosemite National Park, USA. Yosemite has long been a place of inspiration for artists, climbers, and nature lovers. Beginning in the 1920s, Ansel Adams' stunning black and white photographs of Yosemite drew attention to the park's breathtaking landscapes and iconic sites like never before. Following World War II, climbers descended upon the park and agonized over how to ascend the magnificent sheer walls. In their attempts, failures, and eventual successes, they created a cult following in Yosemite like no other climbing area in history. You can find things to do all over the park, from hiking, biking, and climbing, to visiting museums and galleries. For more details, have a look at our list of the top attractions in Yosemite National Park. Number 10. Pyramids of Giza, Egypt. It's difficult to imagine how these otherworldly constructions in Egypt were ever built. As a result, you feel inspired by the capabilities of the human race. These impressive royal tombs are thousands of years old and are of such great height that they can be seen from Cairo City. Number 9. Thingvellir National Park, Iceland. Take a front row seat for wondrous Mother Nature. Iceland's incredible national park is the only place in the world where tectonic plates are above sea level, and therefore the visible divide between the North American and Eurasian plates is clear to see. There is only one country in the world with so many natural wonders, and that's Iceland. The rugged Mars-like landscape filled with natural hot springs, powerful waterfalls, volcanoes, and glaciers has become immensely popular over the last few years, and that is for a perfect reason. Iceland is one of a kind and easy to travel to. This 2-week Iceland route guide takes you to around Iceland's ring road and loads of hidden gems. Number 8. The Taj Mahal, India. Often hailed as the jewel of India, this opulent burial chamber made from white marble was built by the Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his favorite wife. He had many. His love for her is clear to see through the careful design of the mausoleum, from its perfect symmetry to the beauty of the white minarets against the blue Indian sky. Number 7. Machu Picchu, Peru. One of the new 7 wonders of the world, every detail of seeing Machu Picchu, including the journey to get there, is overwhelmingly beautiful. Watch the sun's rays beam down on the ancient Incan city, set against the backdrop of fantastically green mountains. Machu Picchu in Peru is an ancient Incan city, built in the 15th century on top of a mountain. The once lost city was rediscovered in 1911, covered by the Andean forest. It is an archaeological masterpiece, and just like the pyramids in Egypt, Machu Picchu belongs to the world's wonders. No matter if you visit via the stunning train ride or the world-famous Inca hike, it is set to become one of the highlights of your Peru route. Number 6. Komodo National Park, Indonesia. Dragons and pink beaches. It seems like a fantasy. The treasures of the Komodo Islands have all this and more. Spend your days immersing yourself in world-class nature, with sea life of all colors and variations, and oceans so clear that you'll spend more time in the water than out of. One of the best untouched treasures of Indonesia is the Komodo Islands. Komodo National Park is part of Flores, a group of 29 small and large sand-colored islands. It is home to the world-famous Komodo dragon, countless manta rays, sea turtles, dolphins, small sharks, world-class snorkeling and diving sites with millions of fish, stunning hiking paths, and pink beaches. Number 5. Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Hindu temples growing out of trees, carvings, and giant sculptures are all elements of one of the most important archaeological findings. There is something very spiritual about watching the sunrise over this ancient complex of temples. Number 4. Ha Long Bay, Vietnam. Limestone pillars surge up out of the calm waters in Vietnam, looming over the small boats and local fishermen like something out of a storybook. A great way to see the 1,600 islands is by kayaking. It gives you a great perspective as to how huge these formations are. Number 3. Stonehenge, United Kingdom. The formation of Stonehenge has to be one of the most puzzling marvels yet. How such incredibly large and heavy stones came to be moved to this site is an archaeological mystery. Additionally, the stone circle is renowned for its spiritual power. Cue goosebumps. Number 2. Sultan Ahmet Archaeological Park, Turkey. Including Hippodrome of Constantine, Hagia Sophia, Hagia Irene, Little Hagia Sophia, and Topkapi Palace. This is a part of the old Istanbul, and you should visit this area when you visit Turkey. The Blue Mosque in Istanbul, also known by its official name, the Sultan Ahmet Mosque, is an Ottoman-era historical imperial mosque located in Istanbul, Turkey. A functioning mosque, it also attracts large numbers of tourist visitors. It was constructed between 1609 and 1616 during the rule of Ahmed I. Number 1. Ancient city of Sigiriya, Sri Lanka. This extraordinary rock fortress was built for a king, and it's an easy legend to believe due to the fact it is built complete with stairs, terraced gardens, beautiful wall paintings, and carvings. The challenging climb up this natural phenomenon is worth it for the panoramic views over the luscious Sri Lankan landscape. Lion Rock in Sigiriya is one of the most popular landmarks to visit during a route through Sri Lanka. The natural phenomenon is an enormous 200-meter square-shaped rock, a former fortress of King Kasapa. It is home to murals, gardens, and on top of the rock, a swimming pool and palace. Lion Rock is one of the 8 UNESCO World Heritage Sites and is a must-visit in Sri Lanka. Prepare yourself for a little challenge and conquer the 1,200-plus steps to the top of the Lion Rock. Don't get scared, this is an absolute must-do in Sri Lanka. Once arrived at the top of the rock, enjoy the incredible 360-degree view over the entire area. Every corner has its own unique view. Try to spot some areas you have just visited in Sri Lanka. These places aren't just beautiful, they're living time capsules that connect us to centuries of culture, architecture, and human resilience. Which UNESCO World Heritage Site is at the top of your travel bucket list? Let us know in the comments. Oh, and if you enjoyed this journey through history and wonder, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more adventures around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, because the world is full of stories waiting to be discovered. This is Adventure Travel, signing off from history's most unforgettable destinations.